Hey, good morning. It's Nani here. Over visiting Deb Jordan's island, watching this adorable little otter run around with his little fishy toy. So cute. All right, let's get going on this video. All right, a little info on him. He just is so cute. If you want to leave him on your island, it is 3 fish fillets to do that. And you can get 12, 14, or 16 energy randomly. If you want to take him with you and have him follow you around, same thing, but it's 2 fruit salads. All right, Riley. She acts so tough, but she's just a big scaredy baby anyway. Okay, let's move on. It's a pretty big island. If you're not going to do the island, don't forget at least to come visit and check right next to this little yellow tent for a bronze chest. Riley, it's just a dog. He's not going to hurt you. Silly girl. Alright, supplies you'll need. This here, I originally thought we might need that, but we do not. You do not need potatoes or corn. Those are things that you're going to be harvesting actually on the island. You will need these things right here. Alright, first thing you got to do is pick up the trash from the camping area. Easy peasy. If you can't find something because some of it's pretty small, just use the eye and it'll take you right to it. Then we're going to listen to a story. By clicking on the little campfire, you're going to get a story, and we'll do 3 different stories. So overlooking at the island, this is the main part of the island you're going to be working on, and your stories are going to occur back here on these parts. So what you do is click on the campfire and it'll zip you back here for the first story. Okay, so for our first story, we're going to need to harvest corn around here, and you can't do that because these blue birds are in your way, so you got to make scarecrows to scare away the birds, and then you could harvest the corn and store it in your barn. And here's how that looks. You're going to need to pick the pumpkins and the hay grown right here so you can build your scarecrows. And then that'll allow you to, or you put them on these little posts that are there, then that'll allow you to pick your corn and store it in the barn. So there is the first part you'll have to do. Once you get that done, we're going to have to come back and feed some hungry kids, and that's what we need the potatoes for. And fill the pot over the little campfire by the main tent. So you're not going to be able to find enough potatoes, then we have to get the rest of them from the kids. So that's going to involve finding 8 cash boxes with flags, and then we're going to give the flags to the girl, and then these kids are going to give you the remainder of the potatoes that you need. Alright, so here's your entry camping area, and it'll be this area here to do the first part. You can see the potatoes growing around all right here. The cash boxes, here's 2 there, there's 2 there, and 2 more over here, and 2 right here, and you'll see a bunch of bronze chests around also, which is helpful. Alright, I came back here for a minute. This is right when I started, and you can see my energy there, 15,899, so just under 16K. And I'm showing you this now because I'm not quite done, and I did run out of energy, and I have bought 1,000 energy twice. So at this point where I'm at, I have about 18K. So I did buy 1,000 yesterday, so that puts me at about 18K, and I still have to clear this part right here. So I don't have a total energy yet. Some people have said 20K. A couple of people didn't follow maps and used upwards of 28K. I think I'm going to be able to get it done with about 18 or 19. I'll let you know what I use at the end. I am keeping track. So like I said, with this right here that I have left, it's at 18K. Alright, back to this. So this is the first part of the main island you got to do, and you got to put the potatoes into the pot. And that pot's going to be right here in front of these 2 tents, and the last 5, like I said, you're going to get from those kids at the end of that first part. Here's the little kids. Once you get all the flags on, just click on the kids and they'll give you the remaining potatoes. Alright, then it's time for our second story, so you just click on the fire pit and you'll get your next story, and you'll zip across over to that area. And we're going to be getting feather dusters from these 5 little things and then clearing off spider webs. Alright, so here are the 5 things. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you can see here the spider webs on the walls. Just click those to get rid of them. There's a couple there. They're all over the place in here. Alright, after that, we're going to be finding 5 of these things. We're going into the dark area, finding 5 of those, and then hanging the portraits back on the wall like this one is shown right there. Okay, here's that area opened up, and in this section back here I already had hung the portraits. And right here you can see these shiny things on the floor. That's what you click to hang up your portraits. And as you're hanging them up, some little ghostly thing starts putting all your stuff up into the air. You're going to have to click on that next and put those things back down on the table where they belong. I don't know, Imposter Maid. I think I didn't pay much attention to the story. I'm not sure what's happening, but it's these big things here. You got to click on those to find the Imposter Maid. Alright, and here's that entire area opened up right there, so you can take a look at that. Okay, after that we're back onto the main part of the island, and we're going to be picking flowers and making paint so the kids can paint a picture. Okay, that's going to be in 2 parts. The black squares here, don't forget to check behind this little tree for a bronze chest there too. We got bronze chests all around. This is going to be in 2 parts. You've got flowers in here, and we're going to have to go back here also. And you won't have quite enough flowers until you do this part with the trees. You can see the sap there. That's what you're going to need buckets for. Here's a tree here and another one right there, and the remainder are back here. You're going to have to do those together. Let me get the next one. There's the screenshot for that quest to collect the resin. Oh, making oil lamps, that's right. Alright, once you get your resin, that's what you're going to need the planks and torches for, and the little girl right here is where you craft those up at. There are the 6 trees marked right here, and you can see we're going to go through right here for the rest of your flowers. So we're going to need those lamps because your flowers are guarded by some sort of ghosty things, and you can't pick those until you get your lamps hung up there. So and you're going to come through the gate right here, and there are the remaining 2 trees right there. So I marked these flowers because these are the ones I had to go back after and use the eye to find them. These are kind of standing alone by themselves. So there are the hard to find ones. I love this tree right here. Do we have that on Plant Kingdom? I don't think we do. I'd love to be able to grow that one there, and there's a smaller version of it. Love that. Hint, hint, game. Alright, once you get all that done and the kids have painted their portrait, which is right down here, then it's time for a story again. This will be the 3rd and last story. Click on the fire pit to get your story. Alright, and it's going to be a little hide and seek game with these kids. They're going to be hiding in the furniture. Click on the sparklies that you see around. So, yeah, and all this takes energy. A couple of different things. First, we're going to have to look in the cupboards, and then we're going to have to, do some things with these clocks right here, and I had to use the eye to find the clocks. Here's one there, there's one there, one up here. Anyway, just use your eye if you can't find something, but there's that area. And it doesn't take much to open this. You're just opening doors, clicking to open the doors. The energy consumed is from doing this part right here. Alright, after that, we are back onto the main part of the island, and we're going to be picking cranberries to make dog treats. Here's the dog right there. This tent right here will be crafting your treats for you, and we're going to be moving into this area over here. Alright, so having this area opened up, the barriers marked, you can see where all your cranberries are. There's a silver chest right here. So pick your cranberries, make your dog treats, and that's about where I'm at right now. Needing to get back here into this area. And there is the quest for that. Picking lavender. I might need to go get some more torches. I'll have to check that, but Bobby's going to find the lavender for us. Then we pick the lavender, and this is where I'm at right now. Alright, so I forgot about these little map pieces. This is for Bobby to go find the stuff. There's a tent in the front, and the game will actually take you to it and tell you to click on it. And when you do, you're going to get the maps, send Bobby out, and he'll find your lavender for you. And if I recall, I think we're getting the lavender maybe to scare away the Amaroks that are here guarding the girl. Alright, so here's this whole map opened up. It's where I'm at right now, so I'm going to try to get through this real quick and see how much energy I'm actually going to be using. I have about 1,200 energy left to do this part. I don't know if I'm going to need another 1,000 or not. We'll see. I also heard that there's a silver chest near each of these huts. I'll verify that in a second. So I came through here to the first hut, and there is a silver chest hiding behind that purple hedge. I love the spooky butterfly pond. Oh my gosh, I wish we could change ours to look like that. Alright, well, out of energy, so I came back to fill up from my lotus, and then I am going to get another 1,000, so I'm now at, this will be 19K. Alright, I made it back to the second hut, and there is a silver chest right back here, which I need right now. Alright, there's a map for you. You can see the lavender around. I'm going to go pick that and see what's next. Oh, we got to save the girl off the pillar. And then I'll see what comes next. And it's taken energy to chop down that stuff. Luckily, we're getting points, everything we chop. I forgot to check for the silver chest behind this hut. It's in the back, right there. So the supply list I gave y'all at the beginning, it was short by 3 torches, so I'm going to zip back and grab the 3 torches so that we can light these 3 right here. Alright, I hope there's not more because I only have 130 energy left. See what happens now. It sounds like my house is waking up. And that's it. The end. And I have 130 energy left, so let me do my math. Alright, so it came out to about 18,700-ish for me to do it following the maps. So if you follow the maps, you can do it for under 20K. If you don't follow the maps, it can get, I've heard 20, I've heard 23, I've heard 28. So really take the time to get the maps and carefully choose your path. Alright, last thing you gotta do, last quest here, put the cute little guy on your island. And he is in your storage. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. I love him. Yay. Chitter chatter. Alrighty. Took like 5 minutes for my galleon to unload. Splash pond. I'm going to give him fruit. And where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, he's back here. He is just too cute. I absolutely love him. Alright, so when I clicked on my balloon, I can see I got 20 of the orange ranger coin, and I got about 150, I think, y'all know I hate math, of the scout coin, and I went up 3 levels by doing that island. So you can get 20 of the ranger coin for doing that island. Again, it was about 18,700 to do that island, and the little guy is just so adorable. I love him. Love him. Alright, y'all, that's it for now. Please don't forget to hit the like button. I'm hoping to be able to get to doing my videos more regularly now. My house is still like crazy. We were gone for a week to a graduation, and it's just been crazy trying to find time to do videos. I know I missed the Florin Island while I was gone out of town, and we've got another one in a couple days, and I'll try and get that up right away. Anyway, y'all, this is just like the cutest thing. I absolutely love this. So go do that if you want to. If not, don't forget to go grab that chest in the entry area. Alright, y'all, have a great weekend. I'll be back with you real soon. Thank you.